The MW is disappointing me. Mayfair Witches. It's not as good as Interview. I'll put that out there.
It's not. That's come on. That's not even saying
It's not
anything.
even. It's not as close. I'm watching it. I'm not loving it. I'm not quite hating it. As much as we were hyped for Alexandra Daddario to be on it, she's not the greatest actress.
She is not. She is very bland. And besides the times when she's having sex, I don't understand what the heck is going on. Like, did you guys only bring her in because she's willing to do these scenes?
Right.
That some of them don't even mean anything to what's going on, to the plot at all. Whatever.
Well, so somebody left a comment on one of our other reviews, and they're like, "Oh, they're doing a lot less sex in the show." I was like, "I'm like, there's at least 2 sex scenes in every single episode so far." I'm like, "You saying there's more?" And I was like, "Damn." And then I think Erica was reading it, and she stopped reading it because she was kind of upset at the end of the book.
Yeah.
But she said like, yeah, she goes, it was a lot of sex in the book. I was like, damn. I was like, I didn't know.
Weird sex, like, you know, like with Ghost and with Ghost that had sex with your grandmama and your great grandmama. That's kind of weird, man. It's kind of
it's kind of stuff. She is the worst. Yeah, my girlfriend cannot stand her. She's supposed to be the main character, but brings nothing. And she's like flat, like you said. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She's very pretty.
There you go. That's what
you notice the looks because the looks are there. The looks are definitely there. But I don't know if she could carry anything. You know, she doesn't make emotions. It doesn't give me a lot of emotions. You know what? We might as well talk about this whole thing.
You just want to get right into Mayfair Witches?
I feel like I'm just going to open up this can of worms. Let's just go ahead and let's get into it. Right.
We'll just keep going because like we'll add the intro in later or whatever.
Exactly.
we just got it. MP took us right in. Because a lot of times she's there and like some people say something and she does like this. She's like just like big eyes, big old blue eyes, and just this like surprised, shocked face. You know,
like she's looking right at you like,
yeah. So it's like, you know, and I get it. Like she has very like pretty eyes, so she's like, "Oh, I gotta show those things off," and then she's just like confused, just like.
But she's looking straight at you the whole time, like there's no character in front of you. She's just like,
yeah,
it's like, what are you doing?
Oh man, and then I think my girlfriend keeps saying, "Is like she's a doctor. Why is she so stupid?" It's like, why is she so stupid? Yeah, she doesn't emote much. Yeah, dude, exactly. I'm sorry, Xavier. That's exactly what she does. Exactly what she said. But like, I'm like, yo, it's exactly what this big, like the big. She got, you know, obviously, you know, she's very attractive. That might be the reason why she got the job is because they're like, listen, there's a lot of sex.
There's a lot of sex scenes, and you look good in your 90s stuff.
In a bra and panties. Yeah,
it works. It works.
Yeah.
Even though I was disappointed. I was like, man, this is really what's going on. Specifically a character. I was really disappointed in episode 4. I was like, no, he didn't do this. He didn't do this. No.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So we're going to talk about episode 3 and 4. Because now I got AMC Plus. So I watched the episode on Sunday. They show live on TV. And then now episode 4. So just so everyone knows, that episode 4 is only watchable on AMC Plus right now until Sunday. But yeah, so we're going to talk about 3 and 4. So if you haven't watched 4, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. What is up? House of Nerd.
Man, if that's Sergio.
Mayfair Witches ass.
It's not what we were interviewing for the vampire. You know, when we're getting the vampire Lestat and we're getting Louis, that's not that. You know, Carlotta she's annoying. They're more annoying than they're interesting characters. I like Cortland. I was like, I still don't know about Cortland.
Cortland's cool.
He's still out on him. I don't know. He might bring something that I don't see yet.
Oh, he's shady. I think in episode 4, they do the funeral and all that stuff at the wake.
Yep.
And you get to see a lot of the family. And I was like, that's interesting. Because like all the family seemed really cool. the little girl, and or the niece or cousin, whatever she would be.
Yeah.
All the other members are cool. Even the crazy aunt. Why can't I remember her name?
Who's Charlotta?
Charlotta. I think she's cool, but in a crazy way. Like she's a crazy old lady kind of thing. like like very super religious. And stuff like that. But
I'm gonna give you your mother's rosary. Like what?
Yeah, the end of episode 4 was crazy, man.
Oh man,
it was crazy. Yeah, but yeah, not many tools in her acting kit.
She got one, and she's using it over and over again. Pretty,
yeah.
Pretty,
yeah. Just be shooting it.
Pretty, bro.
And there's more sex scenes coming. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
And she's like jumping at it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. House of Nerd Show. I've worked on a feature film with Alexandra Daddario. Really nice, super nice person. But I'll be lying if I said she wasn't a bad actor. Yeah.
But you know what? But your beauty can get you past a lot of that stuff. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. I mean, Gal Gadot, kind of the same thing. I mean, she's a little bit better of an actress, but not much. She's not that great. Sorry.
I like her more. Yeah, I liked Wonder Woman, the first one. She has a genre, and she can stick with that.
Yeah,
then she'll be okay. Some people just stick with your genre. I told you, The Rock, stick with your genre. Do what you do.
Yeah. Although like Red Notice was not bad with Gal Gadot, The Rock, and Ryan Reynolds, but like Ryan Reynolds, like it was funny, and that was pretty good. I don't know if Alexandra Daddario could do funny like that, but I mean, just because. She could be a nice person.
Those love comedy things,
Yeah, or rom-com.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, but that's cool. You got to work with her on a film. That's super cool.
I'm super jealous.
Yeah, yeah. What? If you don't mind me asking, what were you doing? Like what was your job on the film?
It's a good question. I want to know too.
I'm curious about that. Yeah. And so he said, gorgeous eyes and some nice big old
Baileys. Yeah.
Tiggle. Yeah.
Dude, but that she knows what she got, and she flaunts them, and she's very pretty, and she needs to work on her acting. She needs some acting lessons, but it's okay. Because the truth is, I'm probably going to watch it regardless, just because she's in it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still curious because. Let me know if I'm wrong. The last 10 minutes of every episode is the best part of every show.
Exactly.
And I mean,
they don't have 50 minutes worth of episode. They have like 32, and then they just string it out as long as they can. They're like, we're gonna make it to 50.
Yeah, but that last 10 minutes of pretty much every episode has been the best. But yeah. Interview with the Vampire was amazing, but Mayfair Witches is dull, and none of the characters have chemistry. Yeah, and there's no passion. The storyline is flat, acting is flat, dialogue is so amateur. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong in any of that. dull is a very good the chemistry though, and I think especially
it's the chemistry,
especially coming off of Interview with the Vampire and how top tier everything was better than expected. Like it was just great. It was great. So you're coming off of that. I didn't expect Mayfair Witches to be the same level, but I wanted it to be at least somewhat good, like at least somewhat comparable. Right now, you can't even compare the two.
You still have an opportunity with some of them. Like I like Cyprian. Her watcher right now. I'm enjoying him, even though he's doing a lot of stupid stuff too.
Yeah,
he's doing a lot of stupid stuff. You know, but I feel like I can see how they're trying to force that chemistry thing with them, but it's not really there yet.
Yeah,
I can understand why he likes her or whatever, but I don't see because her personality is not attractive. And I'm not talking about Rosario. I'm not talking about the Dario. I'm not talking about Alexander. I'm talking about the character. Rowan is not an attractive personality, so it's hard for me to think that. The Cyprian is enjoying being around her, and besides just trying to be a hero.
Yeah, but I wonder if they did that on purpose, though.
Yep,
yeah, I know, right? Because even in the beginning, where she went to go meet up with her, boy toy bartender guy, she was like, listen, like this is meaningless. I just want to have sex, and it's like she was very distant from everything and everyone. So,
but now they have a connection. She's thinking about it, but they're not doing anything because they have a connection that's more than just a physical connection. It's more like emotional connection because he knows her now.
Well, now he knows her feelings, and
there's no secrets between them for her. Like he knows everything about her, and I think she finds that attractive.
Yeah, kind of like the only other person she had any connection with was her adopted mom.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else she was just flat with. Kind of just like very like
standoffish,
monotone. Yeah. I'm rooting for Lasher at this point. You're not wrong, man. I kind of want more of Lasher. He seems like the only one that's putting in some work as an actor and stuff like that. Like I do want some more Lasher.
I think Courtland's gonna surprise everybody at the end. Courtland's going to surprise a lot of people. I think he's laying seeds like, oh yeah, all my stuff I'm doing right now is all gonna come back, and you're gonna be like, wow, this dude's a dirty motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I can see that because he got screwed over, so he kind of wants payback, and he wants to be the guy in charge, kind of, like his daddy. So we'll see, but definitely rooting for Lasher a little bit too. Then the house there said I was a daily in the art department. Oh, okay, cool.
That is amazing.
That's cool. Just to be working on a film is pretty awesome.
You're so cool. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Tony said, I didn't even watch Red Notice. It sounds too much like Tampon.
It's actually really good. I was surprised. It was really good.
It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. But you'll have fun.
Netflix.
You'll have fun.
It's on Netflix. Yeah. It is what it is. It's a fun movie you can enjoy watching. And then, while you wash dishes. If we were rating it, it'll be a later, but it'll be something you can do.
I think that's what we did rate it. I think, was that before you joined the show? When it was just me and Will?
I think it was just you. I remember. Because I remember I think I was on a lot of the time still, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think we did give it a later. Because like Red Notice, I know it's a little off topic, but Red Notice is what each character does. Like The Rock does The Rock stuff. Ryan Reynolds does Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot does Gal Gadot. Like stand there and look pretty. Ryan Reynolds be goofy, Rock smash shit. It's like if you like all the actors for what they are and who they are, Red Notice is gonna hit it. Perfect. It's not the best movie, but it's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Die in the
Gunfire was the film.
What's the film? I'm gonna be looking that up.
Yeah.
Very cool.
2021. Oh, so that's not that long ago.
I mean, she's not that old.
That is not that long ago. Well, I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got a few famous people in here.
That's very cool.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up, and it's gonna stay up there until we're done with the show. Because I'm gonna look at this. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. That Emmanuel, what's his name? Sharky. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She a Canadian actress. Yeah, she was in Lois and Superman, or Superman and Lois. She was in Wrong Turn. That's what I remember.
She's not. I remember from Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois, yeah.
That's why I always see her from. Which is like my favorite thing.
But Don't Mess with the Zohan and Waiting.
Oh yeah, Don't Mess with the Zohan. I saw it this weekend, huh? Okay. All right, what we got?
All right, keep going. With this,
Mayfair Witches, but they failed to turn that into something more. That's what it seems like. It seems like it has a good plan, is not, but it's no connection between the actors. That's what it is. That connection, you're missing that connection. Yeah. Maybe it might change. I don't know, because I think the story is changed a lot so far, and I think we just started the actual story. And now that she owns the house, she owns the house, that everything's going to change. Yeah, like now, she has some backstory of who she is and where she came from. I think now it's going to get interesting. Hopefully, could be wrong, could still really, really be bad, but yeah. Even Jack Hudson can't save this, or Houston. I'm sorry, Jack Houston. Yeah, He's trying. He's good. He's good. I mean, because Lasher is definitely something I'm waiting to get more dialogue with Lasher. That might be good. That might be something that could save a lot of this, and he might be such a badass that it's not going to end the way we think it's going to end. It's going to end like Lasher wins, like usual. It's like, I win.
Yeah, that Jack Houston knows amazing in Bulwark Empire, but he just comes off as a random
creep right now. Yes, he does.
In this show, yeah. In this show, yeah. So I don't know too much about the Mayfair Witch. I know there's the Mayfair Witch main book, the first book. There's Lasher has his own book, and I think Talos is a third book in that story of the witches.
That's the only thing I know about those two.
Talos or something like that. But yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I'm still giving it a shot and see how it plays out. I don't completely hate the show yet. There are things where I'm
there's
annoyed
parts
with.
There are okay, and there's other parts that are like that's just stupid. But whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I want to give it a chance to see where it can go, if it could develop, and then by the end of the show, I'm gonna look at it and say, okay, this wasn't bad.
Yeah. I mean, she keeps giving that stupid look. No, it's not even like a fast look. It's just like, and then she had like her face like she's like looking around like,
like look how blue they are.
Yeah, exactly. What's K-Dot? What's up, K-Dot?
What's up, man?
I'm glad you be here, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now we're just talking about Mayfair Witches episode 3 and 4.
So where are the good parts that you really like about these two episodes?
There is random parts, but I don't know. I like the whole her getting high or drunk or whatever. That was cool, but her taking it as stupid. I was like, really? You're in pajamas in the middle of a place you don't know, and you're just gonna take a random drink off the street, like from a stranger? It was like, you are the stupidest doctor ever.
Yeah, she has some serious whole problems. Like that's the stuff that she does is like, that's not real. That's not real. Women don't do this.
Yeah.
You don't fall through that. You don't fall for that. That doesn't make any sense.
But that whole scene, I thought was shot pretty cool because it was all fuzzy, and then Lasher kept popping up in spots, and then you saw the dead, which was really cool. I thought that was really cool. Like the which is New Orleans, they have like a lot of like parades and funerals that are like,
you have
like
Day
that,
of the Dead, cool. And you're celebrating along with the dead. Yeah. So they had him in this like the carriage, and they brought him to the cemetery. And then like once you guys could see the dead, and he was sitting on top, like, jamming out to all the music with everybody. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then he saw the other ghosts. So that was a really cool shot. And I thought that was well done because also she's a witch. So she has powers, and she's with Lasher, who kind of like the devil, I guess. I'm not sure. They haven't explained it yet. Yeah.
But seeing that was pretty fun. That was a cool shot. But yeah. I mean, it was a great catching you guys again. I should be back to House of Nerd stuff next week. Looking forward to chopping it up with everyone. Have a good night, guys.
That's going to be very
I'm assuming
cool.
It's Sergio.
It has to be Sergio because L will be as L.
He's coming back.
But I'm so glad you're going to be coming back. I can't wait to see what you're going to talk about. You guys got me reading so many different things. So I really shout out to you. Shout out to House of Nerd Show. If you guys like comic books, check it out. Especially the Sunday streams. The Sunday streams are really good, really cool. So please check them out. Look them up. Subscribe. Great show.
Yeah. I want to know what you think about the continuation of Blue Beetle, because issue 3 just came out. I got to read it, but I'm liking it so far. So as a comic book, but yeah, go check out House of Nerd Show, especially if you're into comic books. They do awesome stuff over there. So go support them, give them some love. But yeah, I don't know. Other stuff in this episode was kind of okay. The end of episode 4 was bonkers. It was, just some crazy stuff.
But I will say I saw it coming once again. I saw
I saw that coming.
You see Carlotta, and you're like, Carlotta's going to try to just go, I'm going to kill everybody. I'm going to try to do whatever I got to do to kill. She seems like this. I mean, she's one-track minded. That's probably why she's able to last as long. Because she's going to do whatever it takes to win. Yeah.
I think so. And it's like, I think she's trying to be the good guy, but obviously she's not the good guy. I don't think anybody's the good guy in the show. But one thing I did like was, I guess we kind of found out who did the elevator thing. I don't want to put too much spoilers out there. Yeah. Although I still think that is like a red herring. I think that's like not the actual truth. I think it's something else going on.
I don't think it's Lasher. I
don't think it's Lasher either now.
The biggest thing is, I think we know now it's not Lasher after seeing episode 4. But I'm telling you, the biggest thing I'm enjoying is Cortland Mayfair. I feel like he is behind 90% of all the stuff that's going on. So he's trying to play both sides. He's trying to play Lasher and be there and give him what he wants, but he's also on the side trying to control him.
Yeah.
And I really believe that's what the whole thing was. And I think he's probably behind the one who killed Deidre. I think Cortland's behind it.
Yeah.
You know, because once again, she's the one who owns all the houses. She owns all the stuff. Because think about it. If Cortland could kill off Deidre, or he already killed off Deidre, and he could kill off Rowan, who's left to get everything back? He's back getting
He's in charge of the family.
He has everything in charge again. So I feel like he's the one. He's really the linchpin that we're going to start to really understand and how important he is, and why you had to have Carlotta and him, because they balance each other out. And now that Carlotta's not going to be as important, because I don't think she's going to be able to be there.
Yeah.
That's going to be something interesting. And the wild card is Sip. Sip is the wild card. You don't know what he's going to do, and you don't know how his connection with Rowan is going to push her, because she might fall totally head over heels for Lasher, and Sip might be the one person that she can pull him back. He can pull her back.
She can pull her back. Yeah.
He can pull her back, and
I can see that.
And
because they have that connection now, they have like a really deep connection.
But it's only one-sided, and that's the thing. I think
is.
If it was, but like if he shared a little bit with her, then I think he could definitely pull her out of whatever happens. But because he wouldn't share anything with her, and they outlined that very well. Like he did not say anything. He's very simple. His apartment is very simple. It's not full of memories, because if he touches them, it could overwhelm him. And he says specifically, I like other people's memories because it's too much for me. So, I mean, he probably had a tough, upbringing, tough childhood, and that, along with, his powers, makes him an interesting character. But I think he's the key. I think Cortland is the linchpin. He's the thing that connects everything. And I think Sip is the key to how everything gets out. And I think the bad guy wins no matter what. So that's what I think.
I think so. I think so too. I think the bad guy wins, but Sip is good. Well, also we got his sister, and he doesn't know about that, but she knows about that. So that's kind of getting into his life without him knowing. She's finding out about his life. You know what I mean? So, because she's gonna probably bring that up, like, oh, you're gonna be an uncle, and he's like, wait, what? I didn't tell you that. Because like now that she knows something about him, it's kind of looking into his memory, his mind. He might not like that. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious how that plays.
Or he realizes he have a connection with someone who finally does know something about him, even though he's keeping them at arm's length. It's like she's always trying to keep everyone at arm's length. And now that you find someone that knows something about you, you might enjoy that. I think Sip is going to fall in love with her. And my question is he strong enough to? I mean, I'm glad that sex scene. I was so glad that the sex scene wasn't real. I was mad. I was like, really, dude? Sip, really, you couldn't control yourself? Come on, man.
See, I thought I'm like, oh, it makes sense because the way season or episode 3 ended with them like holding hands and learning each other. So I thought that I'm like, oh yeah, of course they're gonna have sex after that. It was like.
Nope.
But yeah, it wasn't. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. I like it better that they didn't.
I'm glad that they didn't. And with that, but that's who she is. She's sexualized any type of connection they're gonna have, she's gonna sexualize it immediately. So that's the way she does things. But I'm glad that he was like, no, I'm good. I'm still doing these things. Even though he's falling for her, I'm hoping that it stays at that point.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I like it. I like that. That was pretty interesting. That's why I still have hope with the show. I think it could make up for it. I don't think it's never going to be nowhere as good as Interview.
No, I mean, come on.
It still has a chance.
But that's an all-time great book. It's an all-time great movie. It's going to be an all-time great series. We're just hoping that it can carry the Anne Rice universe a little longer, so we can get to the Vampire Lestat. That's all I'm caring about.
Yeah,
carry it strong enough. Give us enough views so the Vampire Lestat is made and blows our mind.
Yeah. Then MP said, Corey, it was just funny because I thought about this every time too. Corey looks like Dr. Oz. I just see Dr. Oz when he's on screen. Exactly with the really bad Southern Belle Louisiana accent.
He
Yeah,
looks like
like,
Dr.
this is my
Oz. That's
daddy's
really
pipe.
good.
Like, yeah, he does. He does. Every single time I see it.
Oh,
I
hey,
see it.
before we finish that scene when you saw the housekeeper in the basement and her face,
Oh shit, that's right.
I was like,
Damn.
what the F? I can't even deal with it.
See,
But
I
that
want more
shows
of
how
that.
but that's how cold Carlotta is. That's how
Uh-huh.
cold she is. I want to know more how powerful she is. I want
Yeah.
those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're missing. I think that they're missing developing these ancillary characters because they're going to give us something more.
Yeah. I want more of like this lady worked for them for years. Like, like she even said, like, you're part of the family and I'm gonna kill you. It's like
Immediately, no
I'm gonna
problem.
sacrifice. Yeah, without even second guessing, And just that whole scene build up where like you hear the thud, and on beat, and she goes, "Oh, he doesn't like his new host," and it cuts to her. Like, what is she doing? And then they show it right up there, just
Her
boom.
face,
I was like,
but no, but when you saw her when she's dead and you
yeah,
see her laying down on episode 4, I was like, whoa, that
yeah.
scene, that ugh.
Yeah.
Woo.
That was. But I want more of that. I want some more, like, give me some like pretty violent kind of stuff, because we are dealing with like Latcher, who I assume is the devil or something like that, or a very evil person.
I think
Like,
a demon that's connected to the family.
yeah,
A crossroads demon that's connected to the family.
yeah. So definitely want to see more crazy stuff like that. Yeah. We'll see. Then exactly, I'm only watching Mayfair Witches to support Immortal Universe to keep Interview with the Vampire going as well. Yeah, but like I said, I'm not hating on Mayfair Witches yet. It's not good, but it's not horrible. It's not unwatchable yet. If they don't pick it up in the next couple episodes, it might be kind of
you can
over
lose
it.
you can lose people really easy.
Yeah. And then the basement head bash moment had some cool horror elements. Yeah, that was cool.
It wasn't even just that. It's the fact that the way they reacted to it.
Yeah, there's so whatever about it.
So cold.
Well, they cared about the necklace. She put her hand in looking for the necklace. She didn't go put her hand in trying to do anything else. It's like, oh crap. Like my friend
like,
here is dead.
She's looking for the necklace, and then she's like, touching all over her face. I'm like, oh my god, guys, anyone else seeing this? Oh no. Like, what?
Oh man. But all right. Anything else? Talking about that for a little while.
More anything. It's more about, I'm hoping that they can pull some of these elements and make it into something more. There's an opportunity to do it. We just have to hit it.
Yeah. Agreed. I think it's not irredeemable yet. Not yet. But we'll see. I think by the end of the season we'll definitely know, is this worth keeping around or not. But so far it's a little bit below mid for me. Which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing for how hyped I was after Interview. Like, I was just like, I want to read all the books right now. Everything Anne Rice, like, go steal them from my mom, because my mom has all of them. Like, like everything. So
the director and the writer really contribute a lot to this, and
the actors. Oh,
you don't watch the app after the episode talks about how they describe the episode?
I did after episode 4 of Mayfair Witches, but none of the other stuff.
I enjoy hearing what the director thinks that they're doing with the scene, because some things that they're saying, cool. It seems obvious to them. It's not obvious to everybody else.
Yeah, I noticed that with this one. I was like, she's like, oh well, yeah, obviously this is doing it. I'm like, oh my god, I guess I didn't really think about it, but yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I wonder if that's what they have to do now. Like, this is what I was trying to tell you. Did you get it? Okay.
Oh, now it all makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna keep watching. I think we'll do good. Plus, like our videos are doing pretty well. Our reviews of the series so far. So
it's done enough now to keep me interested. So I'm with it.
Exactly. But that is it for Mayfair Witches. So we're gonna keep up with the AMC Plus run, which is an episode ahead of time. ahead. So next week we'll talk about episode 5 of Mayfair Witches and see what goes on then.
Fingers crossed, guys. We got hoping for a banger. This is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for a banger.
Right, I think so. There's a lot of drama going on right now. We should have a real crazy episode.
Got stabbed.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you stab someone that bad? How bad? The house, you're trying to burn someone in the room. You stab someone. How are you going to try to aim at one person and another person walks in the room, you accidentally stab that person? Does that make any sense?
You're scared when the door opens, ah.
Oh, no, you got me. Oh, I didn't know you got in the way of the knife. Sorry. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, Carlisle. You've been around for 3,000 years. You can't stab someone straight. That makes no sense.
Yeah. Oh, man. So that is funny. But yeah, so there's that. But let us know what you guys think about Mayfair Witches so far. Leave a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000. 1,000 is our next big goal. But if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. If you're watching on replay, appreciate you guys and see you guys in the next episode.
Thanks, guys.